Well, good morning. Once again, we have the ambassador on the line, and he's going to be answering some questions that were submitted by people who happened to be privy to my Facebook wall last evening. But before he answers the questions, I'm going to let him take a little bit of time and just speak to whatever he feels like speaking to. I do want to say that the one that we did a week ago, the conversation that we had, has over 14,000 views right now, which is quite interesting. It's the most views I've had since the Karen Huda's interview. And anyway, we're going to let the ambassador just address you. And good morning, ambassador, or good afternoon, I guess it is where you are. Anyway, take it away, sir.
Yes, good day, everyone. How are you doing?
I'm good.
And, yeah, very good, very good. No, I am now again privileged to have this talk with you and to try to give the message further to the people. I just wanted to make some clarifications because the important thing to notice from the first discussion that we had was basically the message. Okay, I understand that the message sometimes can be frightening to the people with certain mindsets, and especially for the cabal and the supporters of the cabal. Another important thing here that we need to put our attention to, okay, is that we as humans, okay, are free beings. Okay, that means that we have possibility to choose if we want to do good or if we want to do evil. Okay. Also, one other important thing that we need to address is that, since this period of time, a lot of things has been happening, as you know, and like let's say that way that a lot of waters, has been stirred up, and a lot of people some people has been awakened, and some people has been, feeling this message that I was giving was threatening to themselves and their own egos, maybe, and to their own situation with the mindset that unfortunately we've been brainwashed to believe. Okay. Now, also another thing that I wanted to state quite clearly, okay, is that I want everyone, okay, now this means everyone that do the work on behalf of the families or on the work on behalf of different other type of organizations that serves the cause of humanity, okay, to keep on doing the good work and try to assist each other in this work. Okay. Now, what is the problem here? This is not a fight about egos. I am. The most important thing here is that what we are together. Okay. Like I said in the first thing, I'm not here to promote that I am this, I am that, and I am some leader, I'm this, I'm that. No, I'm here only to convey a message. The message comes from above me. And this comes from a person, an entity that later will speak directly to you. It's not coming from me. Okay. Also, one other important thing here is that everything will be revealed to the people gradually as they can comprehend this information and this knowledge. Okay. It's not that we want to suppress people, but we can see that even the message that was given last time was overwhelming for most people, and even for people in different structures. If we are working for a common goal, which is to set humanity free, we need to work together. That means that keepers, this is an special instruction, should remit and surrender. Okay, give back all of the assets and control back to the dragon family. They know where to remit it. They know the structure, how to do it. And we should work together to get these things done. This is not a message from me. This is a message from above. Remit and surrender. And also for the people, I believe it's important that you people have to realize that you people have to set yourself free. Also, one other thing that is also very important for people to realize that I have nothing to do, okay, with Swiss Indo, as you know, or any of these communities or groups that is fighting and struggling about the control of the world. I belong to the group that is controlling the world. So we do not need to fight about I am, we are, who are, and so on and so on. We are just here, Ron, all of us, to do the greatest for humanity. You know, we want you to be able to convey your message, but I think that your message is, you know, what's called, maybe is threatening for some people. But, you know, this is not, we are here to threaten the people that have something to hide. They are the ones feeling threatened. The people has nothing to hide do not feel threatened by our message. Okay? And this is a very important thing. We are not coming here to aggress and to take glory from people. We come here to give a message of cooperation, to give a message of submitting ourselves to the will of God, okay, and to spread peace and love to humanity. Doesn't matter which religion we belong to, doesn't matter which group we claim to belong to, or which nation we claim to belong to. We are one humanity on one planet. We need to work together to set this humanity free. One day, everyone will know who we are and who is in charge and what is doing what. It's not important for me to struggle or fight about that. You know, our actions will prove our deeds, okay? Not promises and not stories and not claims by people. And I think this is what people need to stop with, you know. We have a lot of questions, as you know, that was asked about certain things. At certain times, when the time is ready, things will be revealed. We, you know, it's a lot of things that is happening, as you've seen, Ron, if we are just open our eyes. You know, if you just research and read, you will be enlightened. Okay. If you just sit in front of your TV, you know, then probably nothing special will happen. Okay. You need to research, you need to find the solution and you know, by yourself. Okay. And you need to listen to the message of the people that's trying to deceive, you know, clearly, you know. I know that a lot of people is aggressing on you, that you are some trader to the Swiss Indo and you are a trader of this and this and this. I do not believe that you are a trader to anyone. You try to open your mind and look at the evidence and try to do the best that you can in an honest way to convey the message. You know, I try to assist you, to give you a lot of information. Gradually, you are, you know, bringing the message further. Of course, it's not easy. You know, we are, you know, you are new to this things, and I'm trying my best to reveal but as much as I can, even though most likely our communications are being monitored. Okay, and we need to be careful not to expose and put blockage to the work that the different people are doing all around the world to assist in releasing these funds back to humanity. And also, the most important thing is that, you know, I send it over to you, and we discussed this Mr. Chang that was in New York, giving the donations to the poor people and assisting the poor people, and then later on, you know, to make sure that the funds came to the poor people, he gave it to the, you know, to the mission to basically to hand out the funds to the people, and the mission took the money but never gave it to the people. Now, this is almost like something that I talked about, which I wanted to warn about. You know, people can claim to have good intentions, but whatever you claim is not important for us. We want to see that you really are performing, that you really are assisting, and that you have the good intention. You can claim that you have all the good intention as you like for humanity, and when you receive the money, and when it comes into the banks, if it's not in control by the rightful people, you know, it will be just misused or stolen. If you are in the control, we need to make things in a way that funds, you know, will be released to the people, and it will go to the people, it will go to the projects, it will go to the proper things, and not coming wrong people's hands, like the cabal, or in other people will, you know, enrich themselves on the cost of others people. You know, we need to do this in a proper way, step by step. I know also that it was questions about extraterrestrials and assistance and so on and so on. I think that one thing people needs to know is that it's not as we know. Okay, by time a lot of things will be revealed, and a new understanding will come to place. I think people just need to open their eyes, and maybe they know the questions and answers to the questions they ask. You know, and this is important. You know, also our other important thing here is that, you know, at this point of time, we're conveying the message to you and to the people, for the ones who's willing to listen. We are trying to keep ourselves quite secretive, and that's only for us to be able to reach our goals and to be able to reach what we have set up to do without interference from the cabal. Okay, but the people that needs to know who we are, they will know who we are. We don't need to try to make claims about who we are and who we not are. Okay, let's try to keep the focus on changing ourselves and changing humanity and doing the work. And like I said before, our actions will prove who we are, not our promises. Okay, and this is very important, because what I see with many of these organizations, you know, that comes out and claim, and people who comes and claim that they're doing all this hard work and they're doing all these good things to changing humanity, and they will set people free and they will do this. And when you look at it, you know, it's not even a well thought through plan that they have. It's an illusion. It's a deception. And, you know, this has been happening in the family. It's been happening with the family people. It's been happening with a lot of organizations, and the whole world is basically taken by this deception. So like we said, is that like 666 or Antichrist or the Jal or the deceiver. Basically, you know, the Kabbalah has PhD in deception. And basically the problem that many people doesn't understand, some people doesn't even know that they're working for them. They believe that they're working for a good deed. And some people claim that they're working for the family and claim they're working for the good of humanity. In reality, they're working for the Cabal or for the 666. And the people who screams as much as they can that I am, most of the time is nobodies. Okay, and you know, in reality, you know, we will see this time around that things will happen. You just wake up, look, read, investigate. You see that things are happening. Everything has its process. We are in, you know, a step where many things are happening, and many things are going ahead, step by step, step by step. But the reason why it goes step by step and why we cannot talk about it too much, we have too many other people that can give you information. You understand? You have, you know, updates that can come from Benjamin and the White Dragon Society. He is a person that's supposed to give updates. Let him give updates. You have Neil Keeman, who's running around and trying to do his work. Let him do his work. Let you know, God bless him to enlighten him to find the true path in life. Okay, let him do whatever he does, and I wish him again all the best luck. Okay, and you have other people that is trying to do their things. I'm not here to contest their work. I'm not here to try to interfere in their work or try to be a competitor in giving updates to people and giving things. It's not my work. It's not what I'm doing. My mission, where we come into picture, me and Euron, and where soon I will step aside and you will be speaking to the real person behind this word, and you will be voicing this opinion to the others. When the time is ready, we are here to basically just assist the mindset and give some codes to people who claims that they work for the family, to give claims to the people who works for the Cabal, and for humanity and all, to stop assisting the cabal, remit and surrender the funds to the rightful keepers, to the rightful custodians of the funds, which is the dragon family. It has a number. But we cannot sit here and contest the numbers on the internet. The people know where to go. They know the lineage and they should follow the lineage. I'm not important. You people are important. You are the ones that's supposed to change yourselves. You are the ones that's supposed to follow family regulations. You are the ones that's supposed to abide the rules and regulations set up by the family and the system. Okay? So the main important thing here, and that is, you know, this is also important. It's like, you know, it's like we talked about funds, okay? Giving the funds to the people. You know, this film shows, you know, with Mr. Chang there in New York, this news shows quite good the mindset of the people. People receive something, you see a lot of ungratefulity. And also I think that these people unfortunately had to be punished a lot by this singing, okay? You know, they had to listen to this karaoke show. I think that I would have asked for more than $300 as a donation for listening to his singing, but that's my personal opinion. Okay, I hope I do not offend him, but you know, either way, it shows prove the point here that what people are ready to do. They're ready to go there and listen to his singing and get their free meal and the $300. Then basically to make sure it goes to the right people, you give it to an organization that claims they're going to do the good for humanity and they just steal the money. I mean, this is almost prophetic. This is what we are scared that what would happen to the world, you know. And, you know, people say that, oh, you know, if we are not feeded or if we not have money, food, we are hungry, how can we think? I mean, you had food there and afterwards still you were screaming and shouting and being ungrateful and the money disappeared. The solution is not an easy fix for people. People believe that everything is an easy fix. You know, just to release all the funds and, you know, I am the good one. Yeah, I am the good. Everyone says they are the good one. Everyone says that they have good intention. But the actions choose the attention. Okay? If you have good intention, okay, why you aggress another? If you are good in a real entity, why are you fearing others? Why are you trying to run and aggress on others? You know, and try to say, I am, and these people are bad, and, you know, we're going to take these people out, and, you know, this is this. Listen, relax all people. If you have good intention, your actions will show your attention. If you are real, your actions will show that you're real. Stop screaming and shouting. Stop, you know, accusing and aggressing all others. Change yourself. If you believe that you are an important part in changing humanity, show with good example. If you say that I'm a good Christian, show by good attention. Don't aggress on others. You know, if you have no sin, like Jesus said, don't throw, throw the first stone. The one without sin, throw the first stone. You know, follow the example of Jesus. If you claim to be a Christian, okay. If you claim to be a Muslim, you should also not aggress on people too, or whatever religion you belong to. People need to educate themselves. They need to study the Bible. They need to study the Quran. They need to study the Holy Scriptures, whatever religion they belong to. And people need to go inside themselves, look themselves in the mirror, and say that, am I ready? Who am I? Okay? Am I a good person? Do I have weaknesses? Do I have strength? What can I do to change the world? You know, by doing good deeds. And do not aggress some others. And, you know, try to change your mindset. You know, the thing is this way, is that, you know, if you have an intention of running around and screaming and shouting that, I am this, I am that, and you are fake, and you're not real, and this is the thing, and you know, who do you serve? You serve the cabal. You know, if you are running around, okay, you should do like this. I mean, if you are in the same city as another person, maybe you should visit this person, sit down and talk and find a solution. You understand? If you are, you know, going around in living in different countries, reach out. You know, like just look at you know, Israel, for example. I mean, it has all these countries around them, and all of them are supposedly their enemies. You know, if they want to travel somewhere where they find friends, they need to fly. Maybe you should engage your neighbors. Maybe you should reconciliate with them. Find peace.
Mm.
Okay. I know the people of Israel wants peace. They don't want war, even if their leaders want war all the time. And same thing is with Europe. Same thing is with America. The same thing is with the whole world. We do not want war. People do not want pain. People don't want poverty. People doesn't want to starve. And like I said many times, many poor countries and many poor people are the most spiritually enlightened people. So don't say that the money will set you free. No, not money will set you free. Your mind will set you free if you allow yourself to do it. Look at all these poor African countries, okay, and other places around the world. How the cabal is doing their aiding. We give donations to these countries. You give them some food, and the day afterwards you have no, you know, more food, and see starving the next day. You know, you should teach them how to you know, grow your own food, help them to rebuild their own economies, help them to be sustainable by themselves when you stop your aid. And most of the time, all this humanitarian rubbish, I'm sorry to use this word, is that if people talking about humanitarian things, in reality, it's a cover for them to enrich themselves. How much of this aid that was sent to different countries didn't just end up in the politicians and the rulers of this country's pocket, and very little came to the people, just like there in New York. It went straight in the mission house pocket. Maybe some smart community leader in that mission was thinking, maybe we should trade this money to get more money, that we could give more people the money to the people, or some other sorry excuse. You know, we do not want to listen to excuses when you receive the funding, that why and where the money went away and why people were not helped. Okay, people needs to receive assistance, need to receive help, and that's what we're gonna try to do. And when I say try, you know, it's because you all have to cooperate, not fight with each other. You know, we all have to work together to find peace. Okay, and you know, peace is very important. You know, it's a very misused word, but peace is the word basically that we need to find. Peace with ourselves, peace with our neighbors, and work together in collaboration globally, and you know, and to try to assist each other. Anyone who has feel threatened by that message, show his true colors, and show that he is a part of 666 and a part of the cabal, and it's their own slaves. And they should, you know, do a you know, soul search, watch themselves in the mirror, and you know, start doing their work that they're supposed to do, and focus on what they're supposed to do, and let their egos aside, and try to find, you know, the blessing from the supreme intelligence.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there, and because I want to have time to get to some of these questions that people submitted.
Yes.
I appreciate all your comments, and you've actually answered some of the questions in your introduction there. The first question that came in, and there was another one very similar, and I'm going to read them both. How is this information going to be released to the public to help them understand? And the other question that goes along with it, does anyone have any idea when someone will step forward for the world to see and hear the truth?
Yes, everything has its particular time. And this is the thing, you know, is a reason why I am here, and why not the person that's supposed to give this message to the world is talking. It's out of security concerns, and basically we are keeping ourselves extremely secretive at this point of time, to make sure that when everything is in place, that the message should be able to be delivered to the world in a proper way. Things are being moved, things are happening, people are, you know, slowly waking up, and that's what is our mission. We need to first prepare all the things, and also already now funds are being put in place in certain locations. Things are happening, It's just a question of time. And the people that has these particular positions to do announcements and to do certain things, they will do it when the time is ready. You also have a great importance here, Ron, to convey the message and assist the people in the process. Okay, and we will be informing you all at a later stage with, by time going by, what will be the next step in this thing. But things are moving forward, and also if you look, performance is already taking place. And the people who makes promises about things that they have been claiming for the last 3 or 4 years, and basically, nothing have happened, and the story is changing, and so on and so on. Continue to do your good work, and we are doing our work, you doing your work, and everyone on the planet will be, getting this blessing when the time is right.
Okay, the next question, thank you. The next question is the positive dragon family working with off-world beings to help humanity become free from further enslavement, systematic poisoning, and high-tech mind control by the dark cabal and/or archons?
This is also very important to understand, that the family has many different levels, okay? And it is a lineage of hierarchy, okay? And in some cases, the answer to that question is yes. In some questions, no. Okay. Everyone do not have the knowledge that some people have. Okay. And I cannot go too much deep into it, but very soon you will also have an answer to that question. And also, I think you already have an answer to that question if you open your eyes.
Thank you. Will there be help with repurposing the military and law enforcement agencies to protect us from government? Is there a positive UN enforcement force ready to act?
I believe that if you open your eyes again, you see that it's already taking place. Okay, so all of these things are in process, and certain people on certain levels are dealing with it and working on it. So I have a good hope, but also at the same time, we have a lot of other people on the other side of the coin that works everything they can in the opposite. So, it is basically a battle. So, but I believe that as promised, basically 555 will overcome 666.
Yes, thank you again. I'm combining two questions here from a lady. Will there be help for small-time people to create small wind, solar, and permaculture in unused lands by people? And will the funds trickle down to those using food banks and food stamps that are literally starving?
Yeah, but the situation is that already the food stamps, if you look at it, and already all this welfare and all these different things is already being supplied by the family. And by a different type of loans that different agencies are taking from the family. So in reality, these things are happening. I think what we need to is to restructure the whole process, and so that it really goes to help the people and allow the people to come out of the mess that they are. And unfortunately, that is the fault of the politicians, not the fault of the people. But what needs to be done is to put up local work groups in the certain places around the world, and that basically will assist making sure that the money will come to all the people in the proper way. Okay, and together we will work to make it this better place. But in reality, this is what many people doesn't understand. It already, the funding is coming, and it is the ones that are putting plates on the tables. Unfortunately, it's the governments that you supporting that is basically putting you for the troubles, not the family. Okay.
Yeah, that actually leads to the next question, because you talked about structure. Given that there is great concern regarding the release of funds to the general public, would the Dragon families be open to setting up a more structured program of collaboration where humanitarian projects can be presented in a controlled forum, like a website, PDF docs, or video chat? And can we brainstorm together ways to allocate resources, land, raw materials, technology, or mentors, and accelerate those projects?
The answer is yes, it's already happening, and also at the same time, soon you will be able to guide them to, to lead them in the correct direction. Okay?
Yes, we've talked about that a lot. Thank you again. I would like to hear some history of the family. What makes their bloodline important, their feeling about the hidden hand information and what he shared, and the law of one material. That's like 3 questions in one, I know. And if you want me to repeat any, I will.
Yeah. The thing is this way. It's important for people to realize is that, it's a lot of different families, okay? And some of them, are proper families. Some of them are not real families. Some of them are, it's a lot of secrets which I could go into details, but I would give that up to the historian, which later will be introduced to you, to go through all these particulars. And the reason why I have to be careful with it is because I do not want to put or endanger people, and by talking too much. I could answer these questions to you, but the problem is that we have to take things a step forward. When we use the term the dragon family, okay, now which one of the dragons are we talking about? Okay, that will one day will be exposed. Okay, people should not put so much effort into colors, okay, because the dragon itself is what is important. And also the same thing is this way, it's things that will be exposed at a later stage, which is the important truths. But we, for people to be able to understand things, we put things in a context. Like I said, for example, you said, I explained a little bit about the, if you study the Torah, you study the Bible, the Quran, or other Asian mythologies, you will find the history of the dragon and the dragon families. Okay, and then you have the different bloodlines that go in different parts all around the world, and you have different parts of family. Like, for example, the family which I belong to, okay, is maybe not the family that another person belongs to. Okay, and inside the families, you have, like I said, different families and different colors. And every one of them, unfortunately, has been claiming to be the unique one. Okay, and that's what is the problem. Everyone wants to be the unique person. Okay, just because you do not know who a certain person is, doesn't mean that this person is not real. It's like when I talk with you about Swiss Indo, I can, by my knowledge and understanding, make a clear assumption who he is and what he could be and what he could not be. Okay? Now, I'm not here to talk about other people. Okay? It's not my interest of trying to discredit anyone or talk negatively about any person. If he has good intention to do something for humanity, and he has some capacity to do it, at least he has the capacity to remit and surrender, I recommend him to do so. Okay? If you have another family member that is from Japan, you should cooperate with the family members from China. You should cooperate with the family members of other districts around Europe, Asia, everything. Everyone needs to be waking up. Everyone needs to work together. But the problem is that everyone wants to be the unique person. No one wants to recognize each other. People want to fight and aggress at each other. But everyone knows at a proper level. At the proper level, this is what I want to say. At the proper level, everyone knows the source. And there's a lot of legend and there's a lot of bullshit stories. And I have been hearing it so much that it's almost disgusting me. But it's not my decision to make when this thing's supposed to be revealed and the proper things. It will come by time, and it will be revealed by the person that is my superior. Okay.
Thank you. I know when I first started communicating with you, I asked you if you were the hidden hand Illuminati family member, and of course you said no, and you weren't really too familiar with the hidden hand material, if I remember. That was back a couple of months ago now, so I'm not sure what your answer was. But am I correct that you were not at that time familiar with hidden hand?
No, the thing is this way, is that is a lot of stories and legends, okay? And it's a lot of different people doing and working. I mean, you have reports from all these different people who claims that they are the unique one, okay? I'm not here to contest or fight with them about who is the most unique. I have a message that comes from a person on the highest level inside the source of the family and the family. At this point of time, when he will reveal himself to others, he will reveal himself to others, okay? And who is doing what, you know, and by no choice, maybe some people are a hidden hand. You understand?
Yeah.
And maybe we are a hidden voice. And it's the reason why we are hidden, because it's a lot of people that are very aggressive. You have a lot of aggressive people, a lot of desperate people, a lot of sick people in the world who would immediately aggress on me, on you, if they can, and on each other too. They are doing it all the time, and that's why we need to be, you know, careful at this point of time until everything is in such a good location and place that we all can be safe. The people who are screaming and shouting as much, and they are not having problems with the cabal, is most of the time the people working for the cabal. Okay, so the thing is this way, is that we do not want to at this point of time expose who is who and what is what. It will be shown to the world when the time is ready, and when people are ready to receive this these people.
Right. Yeah, this next question was asked by two people. The first one asks, is there a code and or possibility to shut down all satellite or other communications? And if so, once ceased, can one broadcast a message, and for how long? Same for the financial system, market, fiction. Is there such a mighty script to zero and or reset everything? Does the Dragon Clan have contacts to high-profile hackers? And I'm not going to finish the rest of the sentence. And then the other person said, is it within their abilities to hijack multiple airways, TV stations, internet sites to spread the word of what's going on here? I'm guessing there's still a mere fraction of a percent that even have an inkling of this stuff.
So the thing is, the same question there is that I cannot, you know, say yes, and I cannot deny. Okay, and a reset will take place. Okay, but the details when and how and when is only, I leave this type of stories to the cabal. They're always very good in explaining that when they're supposed to start the war, when they're supposed to finish the war. And then basically you can just sit and wait until the war is supposed to be finished and then take over the country, as we have seen now in Iraq. So, you know, a lot of things we need is not meant to be talking about. You will see it, and when the day is and the time is ready, it will be revealed to all of us.
Do you think that giving out of anything without a total global financial reset in tandem would have any unseen negative effects, backfiring, or end up just being a band-aid to a much deeper wound that will just later resurface, as you probably would never be able to play that card again?
Yeah, the thing is this way, this is a good question, okay? You know, I have my own personal opinion about it, and some people have another opinion about it. I believe that any type of reset of the currencies and a reset on any particular currency and, you know, what's called revaluations, as we've been hearing and talking about the different currencies and so on and so on. You know, it's a lot of parasites out there, and we need to look at these parasites. And these things needs to be done in a proper way, and need to be controlled in a proper way. And even the funding should be given in a way that it's not here to enrich people. It's to of course, if you had made an investment, that you should have be able to have some part of that investment. But I believe that some majority of these funds should be used for projects and humanitarian things to better your local environment and the world in general, not just to create a new elite. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be hell.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Neotech integrated honesty. Do you have any idea what that's about?
No, I'm not too much knowledgeable about exactly that particular thing. Okay.
Is that like maybe a truth
I'm
serum that makes people only tell the truth?
I don't know. I'm not the supreme intelligence. Maybe one day we should speak with other people has much more deeper knowledge of this type of things than I do.
Yeah.
I have my knowledge in things, and I have to also have to put this message out in a very balanced way. Okay, not to basically expose or endanger or in any way work against ourselves by exposing too much. You understand? And so but either way, whatever this particular things, send over the details about what it is, and I will research it and then give a proper answer. I don't want to give answers on things which I didn't research.
Yeah, and I didn't research that either. So anyway, we're just moving on. Why can't the collateral accounts be distributed a little a month until humanity is ready for the entire amount? There is no need for people starving and homeless. And I'm just adding to that. Switzerland is already experimenting with that very thing, a guaranteed income for everybody that lives in Switzerland. What comments do you have to make on that question?
Yeah. I mean, some countries has already, you have, for example, some countries that has foundations set up for the population. Unfortunately, some of the countries do not use this foundation that is set up for the population to help people. It's just lying there and growing, and God knows who's using it. They wanted to use it. One country wanted to use the funds that was supposed to be there for the people to create nuclear weapons. And that's European countries. I mean, you have a lot of sick, twisted people around the world in the political scheme, and you don't need to release all the collateral accounts to accomplish what we need to accomplish on the planet. Maybe we just need to release a few of them, and then basically everyone will be able to sustain, a way of living that no one could ever dream about.
Yeah, the next question is, why don't they get to work right now and start providing the most impoverished areas of the world with free energy technologies, such as the QEG, clean water systems, strong, effective, and safe shelters, a system that plugs them into the rest of the world like the internet, etc., so they can educate themselves? I think this would be a great example for the rest of the world to follow suit.
I think that if you research, you see that this is actually happening in some countries, some scale. It's just that our media do not actually enlighten us about what's happening. And it's the same thing is that also if you look at it, like we talked about, people are guaranteed a minimum income. It's a lot of countries in the world that has a guaranteed living, have a guaranteed hospital care, have a guaranteed, what's called a protection system for their citizens. Then you have also some Arab states which also give, cash to their citizens every single month. I mean, you had actually, if you look at Libya, used to have a very good system to protect their citizens.
They had a wonderful country till the United States intervened.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, it's it is a lot of sad things, and basically, we can just do our best and try to assist each other, then we will be able to, and also by, like I said so many times before, and again, push forward this, the important change needs to take place within ourselves, and that people please research, please open your eyes, see what people do, and try to implement and push forward what's good in other countries and other places and good projects and try to put it all over the world. And I mean, you have in some countries, you know, you could have solar power, you know, taking care of the whole country's needs, you know, and easy to do it. But then these countries goes in and implement taxes on solar power, okay? Which is basically, you know, the tax, you know, the solar power, the solar is something given by the God, you know, God Almighty for free to us. It's nothing that any human can tax us for or charge us for. I mean, you know,
Yeah, there's even been plans floated to start taxing us for the air we breathe.
that would probably
That's the insanity of the cabal.
Yeah. And that would probably come, and you know, in reality, this is the sad thing with the United States. The first second a child actually breathes, is born with a debt. And if you want to change your citizenship, you need to basically pay yourself out of that citizenship. And I think that would be called slavery by any legal determination. Okay. So
yeah, the last question is I'd like to know why I'm treated like someone else's property. That's because the cabal is a slavery system. And the financial system is a debt slavery system. That people need to wake up to that, and I'll be talking more about that in some of my future videos. But we've actually gone over 45 minutes right now, so I don't like to have too long of videos because, I mean, when somebody sends me a video that's over an hour long, I hesitate to even start looking at it. And when they send 2 or 3 hour ones, forget it. I don't have the time to even give it. I hardly have the time to give it any attention. Anyway, sir, you've answered a lot of questions, and I love the fact that that you're not looking at this as a competitive thing. And I've spent many hours talking with you, and I know from those conversations that you're not trying to puff yourself up. You're delivering the same message to me individually as you are right now in what you shared with the world, and I appreciate that. And those that still want to compete and fight over who's who and what's what, I suggest that you learn cooperation, that, as the ambassador says, that you go inside and you make peace within yourself and recognize the parts of you that are just trying to be self-aggrandizing and all aggressive toward others. That's not necessary. We need to love one another. All the great masters have taught us that, and it's time that we internalize the message and become the message by the way we live and act and move in this world. Do you have any closing comments, sir, before we...
Yes, what I wanted to state as the last thing is that I can at any time take a truth detector test, okay? And basically what I want to tell with that is that truth, okay, will set us free.
Yes.
Okay? And like I said before, do not listen to our promises, expect our actions and our deeds. Okay.
Indeed.
That's my final word. And I hope, and again, wish all blessings to all people that's listening, and also to humanity at all. And also I wish all people, whoever they are, that is working on the behalf to set humanity free and to do good things for humanity. I wish them all God, luck and blessings and protections. Okay. And thank you very much, Ron, for everything, and bless you also.
Thank you, sir, very much. Till the next time. Namaste.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.